Peace, everybody. Kind of intense out there, isn't it? Today is the spring equinox 2020. It's tonight, very late tonight into tomorrow. And that is the day when there's a balance between light and dark in the world. Isn't that interesting? So with that being the spirit of the day, I want to just talk briefly about the light and the dark. The light and the dark. Two lineages that humanity experiences fully. Now, where did these lineages arrive from? The lineages of light and dark. Let's just stay with that for today. The light and the dark. Well, if you believe in evolution, and I do, we can go back to the times when we were still naked primates that walked the earth with shameless. We didn't even have tools. Maybe you walked carrying a stick and a rock, and you just walked looking for something to eat with your family and those who you loved with all your heart, dearly. At night, you sat in the darkness and you drummed on your thighs and you smacked on your belly to make music. It was, you were just there in the moment. There was no concept of time as we know it now, okay? But the bond that you shared with your family was everything. That was your world. Your mother, your father, your siblings, and as we evolved, your extended family, your cousins, your grandparents, okay? And we evolved even more, the family of your mate, their siblings. This is the lineage of light that has grown from humanity's heart. And it's easy to understand. We all have loved ones we care about. What's harder to understand, and what I want to explain about in a little bit of details, not too long, is the lineage of dark. Where does this come from? The lineage of dark comes from during these early days, as you walked the earth naked, inevitably you would encounter other groups of other humanity who were walking the earth naked like you. And some encounters you would relate, you would have understanding, you would have compassion, you would relate in the light, and you would have a positive experience. But as we know, that's not always the case. Sometimes there will be misunderstandings, there will be miscommunication, there will be mistrust, and a lineage of darkness would form. And that could be everything from just a border that both groups don't cross to all-out bloody warfare, where in those days you beat each other with your hands and feet and ripped each other apart with your teeth, just tore the other being apart with your teeth and hands. I'm sure in many cases, because we're primitive, we weren't even cooking back then. We were eating raw food. You probably consumed them. You probably ate their flesh. That's right. That's serious, right? But you know it's true. Come on, man. We were animals. Okay? The lineage of light, the lineage of dark. Now, I don't want to talk too much, because this is, nobody's trying to pay too long attention to a video like that. But I just wanted to just on today, the equinox, just get your mind thinking about that. Because a lot of times people don't have compassion for the dark. The light, yes, but the dark. It's like they look at it as something outside of themselves, something evil, But in the world we're trying to create, there is no evil. There's experiences that higher beings can understand. And so in this short video of light and dark, because I'm going to make some more, I want you to begin to understand how we have evolved, and just think about the light that evolved into the education system and healthcare and spirituality and all of these things that connect humanity and allow us to come together in compassion and build a world in the light. But at the same time, there are these lineages in the dark that developed around basically killing others and trying to keep yourself from being killed. Okay, lineages that develop, your military traditions, your darker spiritual orders, in which you're praying out to deities for protection. You're praying out to deities to kill your enemies, for strength and the destruction of those who would take what you have. Remember back in these days, you might be eating your enemy, raping their women, raping their children, eating the flesh of their children. These people were the other, man. This is brutal warfare. It was life or death. You have no compassion for this group, okay? The lineages of light, lineages of dark. All right, I'm going to talk some more about that, because we want to talk more about how these lineages have evolved over time and how they still exist in this present day, and how the eternal, apparently, conflict between these two is because it's only the appearance of conflict has so much to do with what's going on right now. All right, everybody, stand strong and be well on this most balanced day, spring equinox.